ceremonies for the two seniors that we have here, and hoping that we have a great basketball game here. Two seniors being introduced right now. Malik Abdul-Wahid, who is finishing out his second season with the Pointers out of Brookfield Central High School. Malik averaging 11.7 points per game and 4.5 rebounds per game as a 6'5" senior. So much appreciated for Malik having joined our program, as we talked about before. And then our second senior, who can't say enough about this guy. He started here as a freshman, needed to go to a junior college. We won't get into all of that. It was not grades related, trust me on that, and it wasn't anything disciplinary. Things happen in life. He went off, and then he said, okay, I want to go back and finish up. And so Coach Dern opened the doors and says, please come on in, we'd love to have you. Darius Bolden out of Glendale Nicolay, just a fine young man. 9.5 points per game, points per game, 5.1 rebounds per game. And Darius, our second senior, John, and you can't say enough. You know, you always get to that senior day, and next year we'll have a two-person class if things don't change. And then after that, we start getting a few more in those senior classes.
Fair to say we are a young program.
Yeah.
So two seniors today, much better than Duke or Kentucky. Let's face it, if you're a senior down there and have a senior day, you shouldn't have been recruited.
Yeah, that's the way it seems to be going,
it seems
right?
like the only guys that are seniors at Duke and Kentucky are the managers, right?
About that. Who knows? College might go a different direction here in the not-too-distant future, in my opinion, but that remains to be seen, at least in the sport of football. Kind of crazy. But anyway, we're so happy for those guys. Now, let's hope they have good games today. You know, I don't know, sometimes you get a little too fired up and out of character. We don't want that. We just want them to be their best out here tonight, and that'll be pretty dang good.
You know, I've seen that over the years, Scotty, that sometimes that last day, that senior day, you come out a little flat because you get maybe a little distracted, or you're just trying to do too much for those seniors. I've seen it in football, I've seen it in basketball, but maybe that's just me thinking things that don't exist.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. Both players getting a nice framed uniform,
nice,
that they get to take with them, obviously, and then the parents all out there, and now we're getting ready for the national anthem, and then we'll play a little basketball. So let's take a break for the anthem. We will come back and tip it off. Pointer Men's Basketball, WPCN. The opening tip. Any predictions, John Zelmer?
I expect a good game. It might as well go down to the final possession. We've had 8 games this year, that wasn't decided or weren't decided until the last possession of the game. I don't know that I quite remember a season like that, so we might as well have number 9, huh? Two storied programs.
It's okay to go down if we get the purple and gold to win.
Two really storied programs that are meeting again. I was looking at a picture the other day from 1983. There were 4,700 people in this gym for the Point-Eau Claire game, if you can imagine putting that many people in there.
Those were the old days, that's for sure. Starting lineup for the Eau Claire Blue Golds here tonight as they will do battle against our Pointers. And they will go with a starting lineup of 6-foot junior Andre Renta out of Hudson, Wisconsin. 6'3" junior Carter Lightson from Olathe, Kansas. 6'7" senior Carter Hushka from Farmington, Minnesota. 6'5" senior Cade Hall from Boston. And 6'2" senior Michael Casper from Merrill, Wisconsin. Eau Claire, 14-8 on the year, 6-5 in the league. Coached by Zach Malvik in his first season at the helm. For our Pointers tonight, you can look for 6'5" senior Malik Abdul Wahid out of Brookfield Central. 6'5" sophomore Seth Myron from Appleton and Kimberly High School. 6'2" sophomore Josiah Butler from Appleton and Fox Valley Lutheran. 6'8" sophomore Cal Crone from Waukesha West. And back into the starting lineup today on senior day is 6'2" senior Darius Bolden out of Glendale, Nicolay.
Well, Scotty,
Pointers coached by Kent Dernbach, second year, and the Pointers are 16-6 overall, also 6-5 in the league.
Certainly defense is going to be key if we're going to win this game today, and that starts against Renta and Hushka. I tell you what, those two guys are fine players, and you're looking at a guard and a post player inside out, and we're going to have to contain them if we're to win today.
Pointers in the home whites, Blue Golds in the road navy blues with that gold lettering. Cal Crone to jump center against Carter Hushka to get this thing underway. Let's have a dandy and let's hope for a Pointer win. Center tip controlled by Darius Bolden and the Pointers, who was fouled immediately. Not intentional, mind you, but we're going to get an early foul called on, I believe, Carter Lightson.
That's where it's going to come. That's just one of those things. Carter got caught in the flow and just fell into the ball. Nothing he could do about it.
Cal Crone on the right side off to Darius. Darius sends it over to the left side. Seth Myron working off the dribble, back on top to Josiah. What a big game for Josiah the other day. Over at Oshkosh, Darius out on top, thought about a three, got by Renta, down deep into the lane, and shot blocked.
Well,
if you didn't have to wait for that, then the Bigs wouldn't have gotten there.
And they both got there.
Yeah.
Good help defense by the Blue Goats.
Casper Lightson over to the right side, Renta. Renta is a dandy against Darius. Kick it out to Lightson. Left wing Casper. Somehow we got to keep him under control. Casper gets it to Hushka. Left wing down the lane. Kick wide open from the corner. And it is off the mark.
I think it hit the shot clock. 5 out there for Eau Claire, really spreading the floor.
Darius on the left wing. Holds it there and sends it up to Malik Abdul Wahid. Malik off the dribble on the wing to the free throw line. Looked at a cutter, nothing there. Darius left side. Darius back to Malik, down on the baseline, sneaks inside, goes up, overlaid, tipped out of bounds. Blue Gold basketball.
Well, got it inside twice, just haven't been able to convert. Did I say Oshkosh there before?
You know what? I didn't catch it if you did.
Who are we playing?
Yep. They have gold in their uniform.
There you go.
At least up on top, it'll go to Lightson.
We'll go with that.
Renta on the left wing. Lobs it back on top and over to the right side. Lightson again. Seth Myron on him defensively. Kick out. Hushka on the right side. Hands it back. Almost poked away by Darius to the free throw line. Back to Hushka. Sends it out of bounds over on the left side.
Well, they're certainly using that 5 out, Scotty, to drive the gaps. And then as the help comes to kick to the three-point shooters, we do know how capable Eau Claire is from behind the arc.
So Stevens Point will try the third time down the floor to get a score. Cal Crone into the lane and passes back out on the perimeter. Malik in the left corner. Runs a little baseline, and he missed, got it back, goes up, scores.
I think he was going to try to dunk it on that baseline drive initially and just didn't have the ball when he got above the rim.
2-0 Pointers. Renta, front court. Casper trying to cut through the lane. Couldn't get him the ball. Renta down the lane, scooping layup to tie it.
Yeah, that's what he's so good at, the guard out of Hudson, Wisconsin. And he's hard. He's only 6 foot, but he's so good around the rim. That time finishing right hand on the left side.
Even up at 2, Darius on the right side. Underneath the Malik, goes in, had it blocked, got it back, goes up.
Jump ball.
They called jump ball, and that will go to Eau Claire.
Yep, good call. Boy, we are getting the ball inside, Scotty, and the Claire Bigs are doing a great job helping.
Yeah. Give them credit. At least here in the early going, they have been matching us inside. Skyward Incorporated, connecting parents and education. Renta out near the timeline, works dribble, left wing Lightson on the dribble into the lane against Myron, and we're going to get a foul.
Yep.
Badgers with a nice win on the road at Purdue today.
Well, that's a case of Lightson really working hard off that right hand. That's a case where Seth would have liked to maybe a little bit more on the right side and make him turn back.
Inbound, it will come to Hall. Takes it into the lane, kick out, Casper off the mark. Darius with a rebound. Casper has been a killer. I'll go through that in a little while. Darius on the wing, up on top. It'll go to Malik, back to Darius. Left side, looking at Cal in the post. They'll get it to him out on the left baseline. Guarded there by Hall. Cal got his elbow up. That's going to be an offensive
That's
foul.
A good call.
Yeah, it is. It's not much to the fan, but he got his elbow right up into his chin.
He did. You know what? If he had put that left arm more up chest high.
Yeah.
But he clearly put that right into the face of the defender, Scotty, and that's
and he didn't mean to, but that's where it landed,
no, but
right?
It was a good call. Our bench list looked perplexed by the call, but
Renta gets by Darius and scores again, and you can't have that. Darius has to play better defense.
Well, this is kind of a repeat of what we saw in Eau Claire. We had nobody there that could stay in front of him.
Left side down to the baseline. It will go there to Malik Abdul-Wahid. Pointers are down 2. Malik working in the post. Sneaked underneath, goes reverse, and ties the game.
Well, your senior scoring both buckets so far.
Well, if you wear number 1, you have 4 points in the game so far for each team. Lightson hands it, Renta, trying to get left against Darius. Back out to Renta, his open 3. That's not going to go. Rebound, Cal Crone. Nearly traveled with it.
Now, if Renta has a weakness, that's it, Scotty. He's not a prolific three-point shooter, but boy, he can sure drive it.
Butler over to Darius. To the high post it'll go. Left wing to Myron. Cal near the circle. Butler got stopped up by Casper with a little push. Darius for 3. In and out, no. Tipped by Myron. And the Blue Golds have it. That was halfway down, came back out. Renta front court, right wing, gives it up on top. Casper drives the lane underneath. They'll kick it out. Renta again wide open, and this time he said,
You got that one, Zelmer. I can shoot the 3.
7-4 Blue Golds.
Wide open, though, Scotty. This is kind of looking like last game, where they're getting wide open looks from the arc.
Yep. Cal Crone at the arc over to Myron. Seth down to the baseline, bounces it back toward the lane, gets a reverse layup, and we're down 1. Well, we are getting to the basket.
That's a fact.
Can we stop Eau Claire is the question.
Yeah. Can we stop Mr. Renta from controlling this game?
Renta sends it over to Casper. Right back, Renta, left side. Up on top, it'll go Hushka. Renta off the handoff pass, working left wing. Hushka wants a triple. That's going to rim out high. And a rebounding foul is going to go where? On Hall, I guess.
Yeah, he was battling with Malik. Malik was backing him out. And Hall said, no, I'm not giving up this space. By the way, he's wearing number 15 today.
He switches. Yep. All right, we're going to get our first media timeout. 14:34 to go in the half. Blue Gold 7, Pointers 6. We're back in 30 seconds. UW Stevens Point men's basketball, WPCN.
Calling all.
opening half. Pointers down 1 at 7-6. I was talking about the Michael Casper effect. Well, if we just go backwards from our last game to where he came and joined Eau Claire, last game last month, 22 points. Pointers lose. Back in 2024 on Valentine's Day, 19 points. Pointers lose by 10. Then 26 back in January of 24. Only 4 points somehow in February of 23, and otherwise 16, 16, and 10. He has just dominated our guys. Inside Myron, left hand, a little short. Got a big bump that time from the new guy on the floor, Drew Maloney.
Yeah, he was looking for a call and didn't get it.
Logan Bumgartner into the game for Stevens Point right now. Logan off the high screen. Picked up by Renta here. Carter Combs also on the floor, trying to defend against Renta. They'll get it to Hushka on top. Casper going to left. Out on the wing. 4 on the shot clock. 3 in the air. And wouldn't you know, Barry.
And it was pretty well guarded.
Yeah.
Josiah Butler would close it out. He was there. They hit it anyhow. And as we know, they can shoot the ball.
Gunnar T-Bon with that one. A 4-point Eau Claire lead. Bounce pass. Butler to the basket. Off the glass. It bounces around and falls off. A lot of contact there. But
usually those off glass bounce around and go through. Not that time.
Renta out on top to Casper. You're down 4. T-Bon on the baseline goes to Hushka. Guarded now by Myron backing in. Much bigger.
Travel.
Yeah, I thought so too. Out on top it'll go. Maloney over to T-Bon. Off the screen down to the baseline corner. Kicks it out. Hushka.
Oh,
and he's fouled by his second, by
Such
the way.
good defense for 26 seconds. Unfortunately, on the 27th second, we come up with a foul. They'll get 20 back on their shot clock. You know, Scotty, the way to defend Casper may be to foul him. Tongue in cheek. He's only 38% this year from the foul line, if you can imagine that.
Well, Tyshawn Teague Johnson and Cal Crone back in for point as Myron has to sit now with 2 personals. Inbound, it will go on top to T-Bon. Over to the left side, Renta. Pointers are down 4. Low, Hushka backing in against Cal. Kicks it out, Casper wide open, and you can just count that.
Now,
how do we lose shooters like that?
And that one in particular.
13-6. Long cross court. Butler decided not to load it up. Gives it back to Carter off the Logan on the right wing. Drives it to the lane, and we're going to get a foul.
I guess we've got to give Eau Claire some credit on their offensive scheme and motion and movement, Scotty, because somehow they keep finding wide open shooters.
Well, and he's got a lot of help, right, going, and he gets sucked inside.
And he's not a one-spot shooter. We're talking about Casper.
Yeah.
He gets lost, and he finds himself on the top, on the corners, that time on the wing.
Pointers are down 7 here, so you need a basket. Inside to Cal, to the block, goes up left hand, blocked by Hushka, and manages to hand it off to Maloney.
How many block shots of that already, Scotty? 4?
Hushka just a little bit taller than Cal, hands it off up on top. That's an offensive foul on Hushka. Screening foul.
Yep, our statisticians have Eau Claire with 1 block shot, but I can tell you it's been a few more than that.
A couple more than that.
Yeah, probably 3 more than that.
13-6 Blue Golds, 12-19 to go in the opening half. Well, if anything, that's 5 team fouls. Well, they only have 4 on Eau Claire. Well, my math is bad. That's all, Scott. Into the front court, over to the right side. It'll go to Josiah Butler. Around and down to the baseline. Cal Crone backing in again. Spin move, nothing there. Throws it off the glass, no, and a foul's going to be whistled on Maloney.
Yep, team foul 5. Maloney,
that's
another
on Maloney.
One of those seniors. They have 6 seniors, and a number of them are in their 5th year. I don't blame them. Maybe they could have left, but with that new Sonnentag Center opening, they kind of said, can we stay another year? And I don't blame them.
Nope, not at all. We've got another media timeout coming up here. 12 minutes to go in the opening half. 13-6 Stevens Point trails. Let's take a 30. We're coming back. Pointer men's basketball, WPCN.
Once you realize
at 13-6. Final score, where you can plan your before or after game get-togethers at the final score, second to Maria Stevens Point. Well, stands to reason a team shooting 56% and the other one 30%. Yeah. You might be losing, and that is the case.
And 7 of Eau Claire's 9 shots have been from behind the three-point line. They've hit 3 of them, so they're shooting a better percentage from behind the arc than we are from the floor. But again, we've had close-in shots, Scotty, in the paint, but they've been challenged so well by the blue gold interior defenders who have helped extremely well.
Yeah, right now the ball does not move very quickly in our offense, and you don't get open shooters very much when you're slow moving the ball around.
Yeah, you gotta run and cut, and you gotta move that ball side to side and run your motion. And
inside, outside to side. Cal made the first of 2 free throws, and the second one won't go. Wouldn't you know, Hushka with a rebound.
And Scotty, when you make those cuts, you really got to go. You can't be haphazard about it.
So it's 13-7 right now. Need a stop. Out on the wing, Hall to Renta up on top. Looked and found T-Bon on the right side against Tyshawn. T-Bon to Hushka. Left side, Hall to the free throw line. Got by Logan down low, and he overlaid. Rebound, Cal. Thought he maybe dragged the
bench. Our bench was clearly calling for a travel.
Carter Combs tries to hand it to Tyshawn, and they fumble it out of bounds.
Boy, oh boy, Tyshawn was just going to cut up, and on that handoff, he just kind of left the ball, and those turnovers hurt.
13-7 score.
Well, they're going to keep it with us.
Giving it back to Point.
I thought he pointed.
Malik will come back for Tyshawn. So did I.
I thought he pointed towards Eau Claire.
I think he did, John. But Point will take this one.
It was a good ball.
Who's going to, it will come into Cal Crone. Darius, over it'll come. Carter on top. Logan wants 3. Got it! Needed that one. Logan Baumgartner hits the trip.
That's his MO. His first shot of the game is usually a 3, and it's usually good.
Pushka comes right side into the hands of Paetzold, who is into the game now. Outside to Renta. Left wing Hall into the deep corner. It'll go there. T-Bon. Renta against Darius off the screen. A little pick and roll. Poked away inside by Malik. Picked up by Cal. Here comes Carter. Front court. Starts right. Tried to bounce it low. Didn't get it there. Intercepted. And then Carter Combs is going to get a blocking foul on the wing.
Yep. Carter did not see Renta just kind of laying back on the defensive end, waiting for Malik to get it. And turnover one end, foul on the other. Learning opportunities for the freshman, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he had a chance to maybe go down and get it tied. Here they are now, still up by 3, 10:37 to go in the half. Handoff, right side, it'll come here to Paetzold. Back to Renta off the screen from Hushka. Rolls to the basket, makes a pass, intercepted by Malik. He'll run it out down the right wing, waits for his teammates. Out to Darius, who might have gotten away with a little step there. In the corner, bounces it on the baseline. With it is Cal working toward the lane. Outside to Darius, down the lane, into the corner, saved. They'll throw it back out. Butler can't get it, tipped into the hands of Paetzold. Oh,
this is a dangerous.
Back out to Renta, an open 3, in and out, fortunate. Rebound fought for, in the corner, Darius had it, couldn't hang on to it. Paetzold got it, runs it down, kick out will go to Hall, back into the corner, T-Bon open. Off the rim a second time. Boy, you dodged some bullets there.
I tell you what, you did. The whole thing was a scramble situation, and they had 2 good threes and missed them both.
Old people can't talk this fast. Oh, my. All right. Butler to the right side had such a big game waiting for him to get going, and now there's going to be a... What's the call?
They're going to say offensive foul. They're going to say he hooked him with the left arm.
Boy, Josiah called for the foul? No.
Yes, Josiah Butler.
Well, they had it on the other.
Yep, that'll be his first.
Already 5 on the pointers now.
He was working down on the right side of the lane and was going to spin to the baseline, and they said he hooked him with the left arm. And that was so far away. It certainly is a possibility.
Another turnover. Hall over to the right side, into the hands of Casper. Back to Renta on top to Pushka. Casper running baseline, gives to the corner. Boy, they moved the ball. T-Bon open, in and out, rebound. Malik Abdul-Wahid.
Well, they're living with the 3 right now, and they've missed some.
Yep. Malik into the lane, gives it off to Cal. Left side, Darius. Into the corner, it'll go to Carter. He doesn't take it. And another long cross-court pass intercepted. You can't do it. Into the front court comes Hushka. Down to the baseline, underneath Renta, blocked away out of bounds. Foul.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're going to send Renta to the line.
You just can't make those long passes and expect to get away with it.
Really uncharacteristic of Carter, such a steady.
Well, it's not, John. You didn't watch him in high school. Well, 13-10 is your score. Blue Gold's lead. Renta at the line.
Trying to make the great pass. Sometimes the great pass is just the easy one, right?
Yeah, Renta makes good on the free throw.
Renta's 80%, the former honorable mention all-state player from Hudson. He went to St. Cloud for a bit. I wished he had stayed there.
Second one is off the mark. So 14-10. You've had, 3 chances to get closer, and you keep missing that opportunity.
Well,
Butler on the wing.
You keep turning it over.
Yep. Cal up on top against Tushka. Team fouls even at 5. Darius into the lane, through traffic, throws it at the rim, doesn't get it to go, doesn't get a whistle. Here come the Blue Golds. Renta into the corner. Casper fumbled it, but got it back. Off it'll go. Renta against Carter, blew right by him, down the lane, scores the 2.
That was a bump.
His first step goes by everybody so quickly, and you're back down by 6.
But that was a tough finish, that left-hand half hook.
But he does it all the time.
He does.
Inside, Butler got free, and he finally put some points on the board. Back by 4. Renta up front.
See if he can finish off this last 8 minutes.
Renta left wing cut off that time, picks it back up. Double team for a moment. Long cross court, Casper. Big bump there, no whistle. Darius might have been guilty. Renta trying to get by Combs, stops at the free throw line, in deep to Hushka. He'll go up, short shot, got it.
Yeah, Hushka did all his work before he ever got the ball. He went down and really got good position in front of Cal Crone.
18-12, Darius thought about the 3. In deep, Cal with shorter guys on him, finally realizes that and goes up and scores. 18-14, he needs some stops now.
Yeah, we've had a hard time keeping up with their pace.
Hushka, right side, Casper. Bounces, Hushka, right baseline, sneaks by Cal, and then doesn't finish. Kick out, off the mark. Carter Combs with a rebound.
I agree, Scotty. Hushka had an easy reverse layup and didn't take it. I'm not sure he saw that opening.
Malik Abdul-Wahid into the lane, goes up, misses the shot. And no foul called. Into the front court, it'll go to Lightson. It looked like they may have fouled Malik on that one.
Sure
Renta down the lane, kicks it out. Hushka at the top of the circle. Not getting any calls, but Renta wants 3 because we didn't have hands up. Carter tips it out. Cal picks it up.
Yep,
oh, my goodness. They're giving the old guys heart attacks again. Here comes Combs into the front court. Down by 4 at the moment is Stevens Point.
Scotty, we've had opportunities in this half, and we just haven't handled the ball very well.
Butler over to Darius. Starts left, cuts down the lane, goes up reverse and underlaid again. Ends up on his backside. Here they come. Lightson into the front court. Hushka, left side, Renta. Renta with the ball in hand, drops it in on the baseline to Hushka. Backs in against Cal, over to the right side. Hall outside, Lightson wide open. That's off the mark. Well, thank goodness right now they're playing outside. They're not getting much outside of Renta.
And Scotty, those 3s are wide open. They're just missing shots.
Yeah. Fortunate for Stevens Point.
Really
now,
big time.
Somebody's got to make a basket here from Point. Butler up on top. You're getting to the hoop. Not able to finish. Those last few weren't easy. Butler wants 3, and he got it. I was going to say that's offline, but Josiah has 5. You're back within 1. 5:19 to go.
Got that over Casper.
Renta front court. Pointers trying to battle back here. Need a stop again. Cal with a steal on top. Fumbled it, got it back. Who's going to end up with the basketball? Pointers get it down low. Butler, and no foul called again. High in the air, into his chest, no foul called. Renta will bring it back. Stolen by Carter Combs. He'll take it back the other way. He'll go up, waits for a man, scores! With a foul, Carter Combs! They just weren't going to let Renta bring the ball up the floor, and then a basket and a timeout here.
What a crazy sequence that was. Picked Renta twice.
My goodness, the freshman can, he can sometimes, I don't want to use the word irritate you, but then he can come back and make the unbelievable play, John.
Well, and we're going to have that for 3 more years.
Yeah, thank goodness for that.
And you know, we don't talk a lot about recruiting in Division III because until they show up, they're not here, right?
Correct. That is right.
Right now, we anticipate 3 really nice guards coming to join him. We should be pretty well set for the next 4 years.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. Although I think you're thinking one as a guard, and they're pretty much going to tell you he's 6'6" and not a guard. The guy out of Illinois.
Yeah, out of Illinois. And I've seen him listed at 6'2". I watched some film, so however tall he is.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I'd rather have the 6'6", Scotty. And, of course, the Southern Door and Rice Lake guards can just flat out play.
There is also one lurking in the weeds that I think they are very high on.
Yeah.
In a local program, not very far away, maybe 35, 40 miles away, and his father played here. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we find a spot for a young man out of Marshfield, but we'll wait and see. That's not up to me.
Well, he took over the game against Spash the other
most
night,
certainly did.
Yeah.
Carter Combs will try to give the Pointers a 2-point lead.
Well, great play by Carter. And a nice patience. He knew if he went straight in left hand, Scotty, the shot was going to get blocked. So he kind of gave the head and shoulder fake and then stayed on the ground.
Carter will go to the line, trying to complete the 3-point play. Second foul on Carter Lightson, the guy out of Olathe, Kansas. 4:50 to go in the half. Carter, normally a good free throw shooter, and of course it rolls off the rim. So anyway, Pointers have made 1 out of 3 free throws again here tonight. Left side, it'll go into the hands of T-Bond. T-Bond to Hushka, trying to get by Malik down the lane. He knows he's got a smaller guy on him. That was a double dribble, lost it. Picked up by Ty Sean. Long cross court, Carter out on the wing. Logan faked the 3, drives to the basket, off the glass, missed that, tipped around. Eau Claire comes down with it, and we're going to get a foul.
Now team foul number 6, so not a shooting foul. Both teams at 6. Next foul will be a bonus. Well, there's been a lot of action, Scotty, and not a lot of scoring.
Yeah, that was team foul 7 on Stevens Point.
The score?
Scoreboard a little bit slow,
was slow getting that up there.
That would be on Logan, by the way.
That's funny because
they should be shooting 1 and 1.
When I looked up, they had us for 5. So we went from 5 to 7 on the scoreboard.
You always think you can trust the scoreboard, but having done this for a few years,
right,
a lot of times, and it's not a fault, but don't believe the scoreboard all the time.
Well, the official score.
I'm telling
no, but the official scorebook.
Scorebook is official.
That's all that matters.
Can't really change that.
Sometimes the scoreboard and the scorebook are not the same, but the only one that matters is the book.
Push to 1 and 1, and he makes good on the first.
Yep, 70% free throw shooter in the game. Leading scorer for the Blue Goats.
Yep.
Averages 19-1 per game, and we are tied.
Butler getting set to come back as Eau Claire regains the lead here. That's a tough foul on Logan there.
Yeah.
He was coming in off the wing. I think he thought he had a straight line drive to the basket, and that got cut off, so he kind of hit a little or took a little runner, and it didn't go. Bolden into the front court. Pointers are down 1.
Well, missed opportunities
Butler
by both teams in this
for
half.
sure. Josiah sends it over to Ty Sean into the corner to Darius. Crossover dribble, tries to get inside, cut off that time by Leachy. Sends it out to Ty Sean, shot clock 9. Butler wants another triple. That's not going to go. Rebound, Eau Claire. Hall with it. We're kind of one and done. Eau Claire's gotten some second chance opportunities. Leachy out to Hall. Blue Golds by 1. 3:47 to go in the half. Pushka against Malik. Down to the baseline. Outside to T-Bon. T-Bon back to Hushka and picked away by Malik Abdul-Wahid. Into the front court. Bounces it over. Logan Bumgartner, top of the circle. Tyshawn doesn't seem ready to catch passes tonight. Running baseline inside, and what are we going to get? Malik stepped on the baseline now. Boy. Aspire Self, passion for excellence, compassion for people. And another timeout coming up here. 20-19 Blue Golds. Let's take a 30-second break. Coming right back. Pointer men's basketball, WPCN. Has the lead here in the Quant Fieldhouse over our UW Stevens Point Pointers.
Well, they've got us for 7 turnovers. Seems like there might be a bit more than that. Eau Claire listed at 8. They're 7 of 18, 38%. They started the game shooting threes pretty well, but they haven't made one since. They're now just 3 of 13, 23%. Pointers 8 of 21, 38% from the floor. And 2 of 4 from behind the three-point line, 50%. Scotty, 1 of 3 from the foul line the other night. We beat Oshkosh by 1, and we were perfect, 13 of 13, and we needed every single one of them.
Yeah, that is a fact, isn't it? All right, Eau Claire will have the ball again. Such a battle, such a struggle sometimes. Renta comes right side. Casper with it. Off the screen, Casper double team, gets it back on the baseline. Hushka in deep, blocked by Malik. Malik will come out of there with it up the left wing. Malik with a good start to this game. Crossover, spin move, got in deep, fadeaway jumper, got it.
Tell you what, Malik's quickness is bothering Hushka inside.
Renta brings it up, Pointers by 1. A lot of battling going on, a lot of physical contact. Casper wants 3, and you can just count that.
Boy, catch and shoot so quick.
Right in front of us, 23-21.
And he's got such range.
Yeah, he sure does. Malik Abdul-Wahid off the left wing with the dribble to the top of the circle. Tries to go left. Pushka cut him off.
They're going to say switch pivot feet.
Yeah, and if he had recognized it earlier, a real quick pass, Cal was all alone going to the hoop.
Turnover number 8 officially.
Yeah, I mean, that's enough for a game. Handoff will go. Hall over to Casper on top to Renta. Now you need to prevent them from getting another one and getting away from you again. 2:16 to go. Left side, it'll go to T-Bon against Malik down the lane. Scoopy layup, no. Cal with a rebound. Got to push. You got a man down. Here comes Darius into the front court. Stops. Didn't take the 3. Out to Malik. Malik with it at the top of the circle. Back over, it'll go to Butler. Butler across the way to Cal at the top of the circle. Offense kind of bogged down. Cal with it right now. Sends it over to the right side. Logan Bumgartner on the baseline. Backs his way in. Gets in pretty deep. He'll do a little turnaround and scored it.
Well, just patiently finally created a shot for himself. That was not easy.
We're even at 23.
Now the ball's getting stuck a bit, Scotty, in our offense.
Sure is. Renta almost picked away by Cal again over to the right side. T-Bon wants a triple over Malik, and he got it hands down.
Well, and just like that, they hit back-to-back threes, deep ones, right in front of our bench.
Darius cut off by Renta on the left wing. Gives it back. Butler didn't launch right away. In deep to Cal. To the corner, it'll go to Darius. Off the Cal screen. Darius kind of acting as if he had been fouled. 8 on the shot clock. Butler on the baseline. 5 on the shot clock. Malik to Butler. 3. Got it!
Well, shot clock at 2.
26 apiece, inside a minute to go.
Well, it's been a fun game to watch, not always perfect.
Renta, crowd making some noise. Renta didn't know what coach wanted. Casper outside to Hushka. Left side, it'll go to T-Bon. T-Bon against Malik to the free throw line. Step back, 16-footer's going to be short. Now you have a chance for the last shot of the half here. Darius into the front court. I think he'll take a timeout when you get it into the front court. That's going to be the case.
He's going to use the 30.
Yep. So the Pointers will take the time. We're going to stay right here. 20.6 seconds to go here in the opening half. Hilltop Pub and Grill for lunch or dinner. Hilltop is there for you. Whether it's dine-in or carry-out, open daily at 11. We're even at 26. You said it. Entertaining, if not a little frustrating at times for whoever you are, in favor of. Why couldn't us? And then, why couldn't we? And so on and so forth.
Yeah, I think both teams, as I said, have had some opportunities that they haven't converted on. Eau Claire just 5 of 15 from behind the three-point line. Although, that's actually their season average, essentially 33%. You would just expect them to, based on what we have seen over the years, you expect every three-point shot to go in for them. They've really lit us up on occasion. Well, you've got 20 seconds to go. You'll use all of it.
Let's hope so, unless you get something
you maybe will
wide open.
Shoot it at around 3, perhaps, so you could get a rebound and a second chance, but you sure don't want to leave them any clock.
Our Pointer women are getting buried over at Eau Claire right now. Malik Abdul-Wahid off to Butler, down to 10 seconds to go. Josiah off a screen, heading right, trying to get to the baseline. Sneaks through, reverse layup, no, rebound. Cal had it, lost it, and blocked. And we'll head to the locker room, even Steven. Well, we head into the locker room, 26-26.
Scotty, another opportunity there around the basket. And traffic, there is certainly traffic, but reverse layup just never really able to get control of the ball.
That is a fact. We're even up at the half. On your Final Score Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard, the Pointers' favorite sports bar and grill is the Final Score Sports Bar and Grill, second to Maria Stevens Point. Take in your favorite games with amazing food and drink. 26-26. Back in 2 minutes, UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN. We're even at 26 here at the half. We'll get a scoring summary in a little bit, statistical summary in a little bit. But pretty even in the opening half. like we've been saying, it can be a little frustrating. We want, obviously, our favorite team to make all the plays. Sometimes we as fans, me as a broadcaster, forget the other team is out there for a reason, too, and we think, oh, that shouldn't have happened. Well, they're playing good defense on both ends, so, let these fellas play it out, I guess.
Yeah, sometimes we're a little bit, what's the word? We look at things through our own glasses.
Yeah, rose-colored glasses.
Yeah,
or whatever.
And a little egocentric, perhaps. And that's just the nature of fandom, right? Everything you do well, you see through your team, and everything you don't always do well, you see through your team. But those other guys in the other uniforms have practiced, and they work their tails off every day, just like you do. And this is what we've come to expect in this conference. We talked about we've had 8 games go down to the final possession this year. Looks like we may have yet another, Scotty. Pointers trailed by as many as 7 of 13-6. We've led 3 times, 2-0, 19-18, and 21-20. And now, of course, both teams are tied. Interesting, the two teams have kind of taken different kinds of shot selections. Eau Claire, 9 of 23. 15 of their shots have come from behind the three-point line. Stevens Point, 11 of 25. Only 5 three-point shots, trying to get, our shots more around the basket. And 2 different approaches, and both approaches have led to 26 points.
Maybe we need to shoot a few more threes. We're hitting them pretty well.
3 out of 5. So.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's even at 26. I'll run down the other scores in just a little bit. I want to pass along Spash wrestlers that are headed to sectionals. Over the last 2 days, the girls had their regionals yesterday, and getting a chance to go on to sectionals. Adelia Nest, Emerson Sapp, and Nava Cabral. For the boys, moving on to sectionals, Eldon Roth, Camden Mayak, Logan Sievers, Kyle Madlena, Josh Woznicki, and Nate Bernstein. So congrats to all those boys and girls headed to sectionals next week. Pointer women's hockey this afternoon. River Falls the win, 9-3 over our Pointers. River Falls, the number 2 ranked team in the nation. Congrats to the Spash hockey team, which I believe ended its regular season undefeated yesterday, going down to my hometown, Fond du Lac, and beating Fondy 4-0. Spash will open up WIAA tournament play on Thursday, and we'll have that broadcast for you from the Willett Arena. Spash girls basketball last night, 71-48 over Rapids. Pacelli girls beat Tri-County 61-18. Pointer hockey last night, the men defeated Superior 3-1. So now they are in a virtual tie for the conference lead, and it's a winner-take-all tonight, which means you'll be the number 1 seed in the WIAC tournament. And so Stevens Point up in Superior, huge game. And I'm pretty sure you can watch that on the internet off the Pointer website if you want to go watch that tonight.
You can do yourself a favor and save yourself a really long bus ride by winning tonight.
Yeah, well, for sure.
Now, the Spash boys hockey team, number 1 in the state, right?
That is a fact, yep, and undefeated. They're impressive. Now you get to that time where you win or you are done for the year, and that's the same girls basketball.
Yep.
Seeding meeting for high school tomorrow. They'll have a so-called reveal show at 11 o'clock in the morning on the WIAA network tomorrow if you want to take that in. And, all good things. And pretty soon basketball will be over.
Okay? You don't necessarily have to be the best team. You just have to be the best team on that day.
Yeah,
and I think that's why
right.
people love the madness of March Madness with basketball, unlike the NBA where usually the best team holds serve because it's 4 out of 7, right? You might beat me once or twice, but you're not going to get me 4 times. And that's not the case in high school or NCAA. It's just what happens in 40 minutes on this day. And we're hoping on this day, Scotty, with 20 minutes to go, that we could find one more point in the second half than the Eau Claire Blue Goats and take over third place in the conference.
That would be huge. We're tied at 26. Let's take another 90-second break. When we come back, John will have stats. I'll have scoring. I'll give you the scores on all the other games going on here today. It is the Pointers 26 and Eau Claire 26. Back in a few moments. Pointer men's basketball on WPCN.
Scotty, for our visitors today, the Blue Goats of UW-Eau Claire. 9 of 23 from the floor. That's 39%. 5 of 15 from behind the three-point line, 33%. And 3 of 4 on their free throws. 15 rebounds for the Blue Goats. Only 1 offensive board. And 6 assists to go with 8 turnovers, 4 steals. And I tell you, they have Eau Claire credited with 1 block shot. I can tell you right now, that is not correct. They've had a good deal more than that. For our Pointers, 11 of 25 from the floor, 44% right on our season average. 3 of 5, that's a nice 60% from behind the arc. And just 1 of 3 from the foul line. We had the same 15 total boards, and we too only had 1 offensive board. In fact, Scotty, second chance points, a total of 2 between the teams belonging to UWSP. Both teams rebounding well on their defensive ends. Points had 5 assists to go with 8 turnovers, 6 steals, and 2 block shots. Everything else is as even as you might expect. No advantage. Points in the paint. Stevens Point 16-8 has the advantage there. Otherwise, we're tied at 26.
That is a fact. Scoring for Eau Claire, it is Andre Renta with 10 to lead the way. Michael Casper and Gunnar T-Bon each with 6. 4 for Carter Hushka. And for the Pointers here in the opening half, it is Josiah Butler with 8. 6 right now for Malik Abdul Wahid. 5 for Logan Bumgartner, 3 for Cal Crone, 2 apiece for Seth Myron and Carter Combs. So our Pointers, who are 16-6 overall, more importantly 6-5 in the conference, same as Eau Claire, as they battle for some positioning. This is a huge second half coming up, John.
It really is, because you get positioning for the upcoming conference tournament. You get closer to securing a home game in that, and we know how important that is. And you improve your resume for one of those at-large bids at the end of the season. So, and you know what? It's just a big rivalry, over the years, right, Scotty? Were there any bigger rivalries than the Kenny Anderson, Eau Claire Blue Gold teams against the Dick Bennett teams? I mean, some of those games.
Yeah.
And in those days, of course, we were NAIA and played in District 14. Two of the best teams anywheres around, and only one of them ever got to go to Kansas City. Of course, had they both been in NCAA Division III, they both would have made playoffs every year, and there'd be a whole lot of banners hanging in both ends of these gyms if Eau Claire and Stevens Point back in those days were Division III. But, of course, the NAIA was pretty special.
Yeah, well, that's a fact. Let's run down the scoring. First of all, these are women's finals today. Lacrosse knocked off Oshkosh 64-56. You had River Falls losing to Whitewater. I don't know why I reversed that on my little sheet here, but it was 66-46 Whitewater. And Stout defeated Platteville 67-55. Our Pointer women, who need a victory today, down at the half 34-21. Don't know what it is about that first half for our Pointer women lately, but they're struggling, and I don't want to say it the way I'm going to say it, but I'll just be honest. They're in danger of not making the postseason tournament if they don't win this game here tonight, because their final two opponents, albeit at home, are two teams that have already beaten them this year. And Eau Claire would be within a game of them if they knock off the Pointers tonight. And if they go to a tie, I don't think I want to be in that spot to find out who would get the bid. So Pointer women need to rally in the second half.
One other stat that I failed to mention, Seth Myron, 7 minutes in that first half. Of course, he got those 2 early fouls.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, for sure. Aspirus Health, a proud sponsor of all of our area teams. When you need access to health care, navigating the care options available can ensure timely treatment and reduce. Stevens Point will have the basketball to get this second half started. Let's keep our fingers and toes crossed, or whatever lucky charm you need. You got your rabbit's foot with you, whatever it takes. Let's get a W here today.
Well, 20 minutes. The team that wins that 20 minutes will move on to 7-5 in conference. Of course, we may have an extra period the way this thing is going.
Yeah. Cal Crone to the left side. Right back to Darius, off to Butler as they work a little out on top. Left wing Cal trying to take Hushka down deep. Backing his way in. Spin move, goes up, off the rim, tipped by Darius, but it'll go out of bounds.
Unfortunately, Darius got way up there and tipped it onto the baseline. If you tipped it a foot to the left, Cal would have had the ball.
So Renta brings it up. Pointers are even. He'll get it right back off a high screen that time. Kick out. Casper off the mark. Rebound Darius Bolden for Stevens Point. Darius out to Malik. Right back to Darius. Open on the wing. Gives back to Myron at the elbow. A little runner. Short. Left it short. Well, that should have been an easy 2 for
You know
Seth.
what? He could have taken one more dribble and maybe even got the layup.
Maybe.
Or a foul, but
Renta Hushka at the top of the circle.
He shot the shot I've been calling for all year, right?
Yep. Hall. Renta, kick out. Leachy down the lane. Lightson, pardon me. Bounce pass to Renta on the baseline. Shot clock at 4. Here's Casper. Missed again. Long rebound. Pointers.
Boy, and Cal ran that down from the backside of the floor. Good job.
Butler to Cal. Look to the right. Looks to the left. Stand up, sit down, fight. Anyway, Malik on the baseline. Out it'll go. Left wing. Darius, he's going to take the three. That's not going to go. And the rebound down deep to Hall.
Almost 2 minutes underway, and neither team has scored.
Renta brings it up. Off the high screen from Hushka once again. The left wing pass. Hall wide open from the corner. That's short.
Wow.
Rebound Cal.
I don't know how he was left so wide open, but he was. First team to 52 wins.
Butler to Malik, back to Josiah. He'll lift a three, and the Pointers lead it.
Yep. Good ball screen that he was able to work on.
29-26. Renta off the right wing. Bounces it deep. Hushka got in deep and scores.
Good two-man basketball.
Yep. Pointers up one. Here's Butler off to Malik on the wing. Trying to get by Lightson. Got it back to Cal near the top of the circle. Butler guarded by Casper. Malik coming out for his screen. They'll go to Cal down on the right baseline. Trying to take Hushka inside. Got a big bump, little jump hook. Cal scores.
Got him in deep and got the little half hook. Hard to defend.
Pointers up by 3. 31-28. Another stop. Come down, get a basket. Renta goes behind the back with the dribble against Darius. Over to the right wing. It'll go there. Lightson. Seth on him. Down to the deep right corner. Running baseline, and we're going to get a bailout foul call.
Yep, the Pointers bench calling for travel. Yep, he spun and didn't have the ball on the floor is what they're saying from our bench.
Foul on Cal Crone.
Yep.
His second. First on the Pointers.
I was wondering if Hushka would look to be a little more aggressive offensively. He was kind of quiet. Only took 3 shots in the first half.
Casper, right side. Hall drives to the lane, and we're going to get another foul. And this on Butler now.
Going to be his second.
Pointers are up 3, 16:50 to go in the ball game. Inbound right baseline, circling back to the lane. Wow. Carter Combs with a foul.
Yep. Wow. That's a tough matchup for the freshman.
Yeah.
That first step quickness from Renta is tough to contain, and it's not something you can prepare for or duplicate in practice unless you got somebody with that kind of a first step.
3 fouls to none. I always watch that. Free throw good for Renta. Pointers are up 2.
Yeah, all on this possession, Scotty.
31-29. Renta's second on the way. It's a 1-point Pointer lead. Well, come down, get a basket. Butler and Combs at the guards. Crone at the post. Forwards right now, Myron and Abdul-Wahid. It'll come right to Butler against Renta. Gets in deep, spins, kicks it out. Cal wants a 12-footer off the rim. No. Rebound Hall. Now they can grab the lead back. It was a good shot, just didn't knock it down. Here's Renta going right, cut off by Cal.
Oh boy.
Back to Hushka, straight down the lane, layup good.
Yeah, we both went to the ball. We've been jumping that ball screen a little bit. That time they made us pay.
Down by 3, or up by 3, down by 1. Left wing into the hands of Myron. Crone at the elbow. Turns, looks at the hoop. Butler outside the arc against Renta. Backs his way down the lane. Josiah very strong inside. Gets deep, fakes it, goes up off the glass and scores it.
Yeah, he used that right shoulder into the body of Renta. Gave himself the needed space.
33-32 Pointers. He wants some defensive plays. Stolen by Malik Abdul-Wahid. He'll come in against Renta and lays it up and in.
Yeah.
Nice play by the
got the bucket.
35-32, trying to get this crowd to come to life here. Renta into the front court. Bounces it off to Hushka. Hushka starting right down the lane, and a reaching foul again.
Gonna be on Cal. You can expect that out of Hushka, their leading scorer. He was, as I said, quiet in that first half, Scotty. But he's going to look to lead his team here now with 15-18 to go.
That is 3 fouls on Cal Crone. Maybe some serious trouble.
Yep.
15-18 to go. Timeout, media timeout. Let's take the minute break. Coming right back. Pointers basketball, WPCN. 15-18 to go in the ball game. Pointers 35, Blue Golds 32. Eau Claire will inbound off the baseline. Pointers, 4 team fouls, Eau Claire 0. They look to get it on the floor, and they finally do on the right baseline. And a bounce pass out, open, Lightson, and it's tied.
Well, good kick out by the post. We doubled, and he made us pay.
Darius right to the basket, and there's a foul.
Team foul number 1.
Lightson, I think.
Yep.
That'll be his 3rd.
Yep. He sat on the bench a fair amount in the first half with 3.
T-Bon in here now.
He played just 9 minutes in that first half, and now he just played 10.
We're even at 35.2 inbound under its own basket. Darius sent it in. Logan, a quick 3, and he's got it fresh off the bench. 8 for Logan Baumgartner. Pointers by a triple. 14:55 to go. Renta hands it off there to Casper. Butler's been defending pretty darn well. Over to the right side, Renta against Darius. Sends it out. T-Bon down to the baseline corner. Hall gets inside, goes left-hand, scores.
Yeah, got around
right by
Josiah
his
Butler.
man.
Yep.
1 point lead for the Pointers. Logan over to Carter Combs. Heads left, gives it out on the wing to Darius. Back to Carter cutting, and that's going to be a holding foul on Hall. So the second team foul. Partners Pub and Grill in Stevens Point, your pre-gaming headquarters since 1977. Taste the tradition. Stanley Street, Stevens Point. Seth back in for Malik Abdul-Wahid.
Playing with 3 guards right now, Scotty. Trying to go a little quicker, maybe.
Inbound corner upside. It'll go Logan across the way to Butler. Josiah lifts the 3. Got it!
Well, that's been his spot.
41-37, Stevens Point. Hushka is going to work dribble himself against Byron. Gives it off the hand of Renta, but he tracked that down. Got by Darius right down the lane for a layup.
Yeah, matador defense by Darius. You got to stay in front of him.
Carter Combs into the front court. 41-39. It'll go to Darius. Drives against Renta, kicks to the wing. Slow down offense one more time. Not necessarily slow down. Darius for a triple, and that's off the mark, unfortunately.
Yep, that was short right off the hand.
So you're up by 2. Renta goes right by Darius again, who recovers. Give him credit there. Right side, Casper. Kicks it out, Renta into the corner. Right back to Renta. He's been the thorn right now. Hall drives it, spins
beautiful.
right by Logan, and then didn't finish to the basket. Blocked by Logan. They're going to call a foul. Hushka to the line.
It'll be a shooting foul. He'll get 2.
Logan Baumgartner with his second.
Tell you, Hall with a great drop step to his right shoulder. I thought he'd finished left hand, but passed it to his teammate.
Yep. Carter Hushka, who is 2 of 2 from the line and has 8 points in the game. We'll try to get this thing evened up. The first is good.
You have that uncomfortable feeling, Sky, that Hushka's going to just kind of take control inside. He was more of a passer in the first half, but he's certainly looking to score this second half. No surprise.
41-40. I don't have that uncomfortable feeling. Sorry. Second one, and we are back even after a 4-point lead, which was the Pointers' biggest of the game.
I'll try to get rid of mine then.
All right, that'd be fair. Darius into the front court, over to the right side to Baumgartner. Bounces it back on top to Seth. Butler on the wing against Casper. Gives it up to Logan now. Right back to Josiah. Deep 3. No. Rebound, T-Bon. Up it'll come. Hushka running the left sideline. Picks up T-Bon back to Hushka. Into the corner. And all the way back out to the timeline. Renta off the screen this time. Renta against Logan, who gives him plenty of room. He's going to lift the 3 this time off the rim. Rebound, Darius.
Well, if you can keep Renta out there, you're better off.
Bolden, front court, into the lane, and we're going to get what they're going to call offensive.
Well, I think so.
I don't know.
Our bench doesn't agree with it, but
I think he was kind of falling backwards before Darius ever got to him, but
those are hard calls to make. I I was just watching his feet. I'm talking about Renta's. They were both planted. He was in a defending position. So
41 apiece, 12:29 to go. I like the idea by Darius, just unfortunately not able to get to the hoop.
Make him play defense, right?
Yep. So the Blue Golds get it back with a chance to regain the lead here. 12:29 to go in the ball game. Here they come, Renta off to Hushka. Right wing, running baseline, cut off by Butler. Kick back out around the horn. T-Bond to Renta, loops it back to Hushka, and an offensive screening foul is the call.
On Hushka. He set that high ball screen and then dove off the... They said he must have moved in the path of somebody.
Something. Pate's hold, by the way, is in for Eau Claire. We're still even. Bad pass by Carter, tipped away and out of bounds. Pointer basketball.
Boy, Carter.
Every once in a while.
A little loose tonight, isn't he?
So the Pointers will get it back here, but you're down to 21 on the shot clock for what it's worth. Butler saying, okay, I have it. Just get out of the way at the moment. Cal back to Josiah. Gives to the right corner. 3 on the way, and that's not going to go. Backside rebound, Renta. Logan missed that one. So again, Eau Claire with a chance. Renta to the right, hands off. Patesold out at the timeline. Picked up his dribble and finally finds an outlet with it on the wing to Maloney. Out it'll go to Renta, got by Carter down to the baseline, out on top, stolen away again by Malik Abdul-Wahid. He'll take it in against T-Bon, up, he'll score it. Oh, no foul whistle. A lot of contact, I thought, maybe not. 43-41. That's 3 times Malik is stolen out on top. Renta into the lane. Stopped up that time by Carter. Kick out Maloney, off it'll go. T-Bon wants a triple. That's not going to go. Rebound saved by Patesold from the wing coming in.
Yeah, that long rebound off the missed 3.
Guy flying in from the wing into the corner. Casper with it. Back out to Renta. Pointers lead by 2. Patesold got by everybody and got a layup.
All right.
Well, nice drive by Grant Patesold, the sophomore out of Chautauqua.
We didn't get many second chance opportunities by either team in the first half. Nope. There was a second chance basket.
43 apiece. We've got a dandy brewing again. Seems like every game is this. And a screening foul on Logan Baumgartner. His third.
Fouls are piling up, Scotty. 7 now to 3.
So, 10:36 to go. Media timeout. We're even at 43. We'll be right back. Pointer men's basketball, WPCN. On Eau Claire once again.
Yeah, they're starting
must
to
make blocks better than we do or something.
Starting to become a factor now as Eau Claire will be shooting shots for the final 10:36. And of course, as you mentioned, they being Eau Claire still has 3 to give before we get to the foul line. So
Yep. Well, all right. We're even at 43. Lacrosse currently leading Oshkosh by 5. They're almost at the exact same spot time-wise in their game.
That one's in Oshkosh, is it?
In Oshkosh.
Well, Oshkosh a dangerous team despite their record.
All right. Blue Golds, Renta to bring it up. Darius on him. It'll come out to Hushka to the top of the circle. Handoff there. That's a screen.
Boy.
See, to me, that's a screening foul on Hushka, but they're going to call it on Darius.
Yeah, Darius trailed him off that high ball screen and then reached in, and that was what the official called.
So that will send Renta to the line to break the tie.
You're fouling such a good shooter. 80% on the season.
Front end of a 1-and-1. It's in the air, and he got it.
The left-hander.
3 fouls on Darius now.
Yep.
So 8 on the Pointers, only 3 on the Blue Goals. Renta to try to give his squad a 2-point lead, and it's in and out. Carter Combs with the rebound. 44-43 Blue Golds. Darius in the front court. Got a good game, obviously. Into the corner it'll go. Carter Combs sends it out to Logan Baumgartner. Hands it off to Malik. Plenty of time left here. Malik in the corner to Logan. Right back to Malik. He'll throw it down. What a nice pass on a give and go to Malik.
The old-fashioned give and go right there.
45-44, Hushka. To Renta. Trying to get by Darius. He does. Inside, throws it back out on top. Stolen away. Here's Malik once again to the wing. Back out to Darius. Fake the 3, Malik. And it's tipped from behind and picked up here. He didn't feel that guy coming from behind. And no teammate told him.
Renta had fallen to the floor on the other end, and he was still getting back on the defense, and nobody knew he was coming.
Yeah. Out on the wing, drive to the basket. Maloney got away with an extra step, missed the shot, out of bounds, Pointer basketball.
That should be a
He took
foul.
an extra step going to the basket. I don't care what you say.
This should be a foul here, Scotty, because he ran Carter right over.
They're just going to give him the basketball.
No, they're going to call a foul. I think it's a foul on Hushka. His third.
Well, I'm happy if you're right. I sure didn't see him come
he
to
ran
the scoring
Carter.
table. That's what I'm looking for.
He ran Carter right over.
Shouldn't do that. We like Carter. Over to the right side to Crone. Pointers with a 1-point lead. Carter Combs up to Logan Baumgartner. Darius on the wing. Slowing it down out to Cal. Down the right side of the lane. Spins into the lane, a little jump hook. That's not going to go. Rebound fought for. And it'll be picked up by the Blue Golds. We're up by 1, but they have the basketball. Renta a little reach in by Combs.
Yeah, I got to be careful that far away from the basket when you're in the bonus.
Especially with a shooter like that, right?
Yep.
It'll go to T-Bon on top. Patesold back to T-Bon behind the back with the dribble. Patesold in the corner. Shot clock 8. Tries to drive it. Tipped pass. And almost stolen by Malik. Now it is to Darius off to Malik. And they throw it away.
I know he was in a hurry to give it to Malik for the dunk. But Darius had a whole lot more time than he realized.
Oh, and you weren't going to get the ball anyway because they were going to run out of shot clock.
Yep.
I mean, those are some of the breaks of the game that you look back and you go, remember? Because that was a gimme 2 if you just take a little time.
Darius could have actually rolled that ball towards our basket. He had that much time. Malik was that far ahead before anybody was going to get around him, and he did the one thing that that you didn't want to do, and he threw it toward the basket. I understand that. He was on the floor and he was trying to make a play.
At any rate,
just didn't work.
You're up by 1. Eau Claire gets the ball back, 8:16 to go.
Keep that one in mind at the end of the game. That was going to be a dunk.
Renta cut off by Butler. Gets by him into the lane. Nice bounce underneath. Maloney layup. They lead.
By quick crossover dribble by Renta to clear himself for the pass.
All right.
Yep, down 1, you should be up 1, right?
Left side to Myron.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Set down to the baseline, spins inside, got in deep, goes up, scores. Nice job by Seth. He has 4 points in the game.
Well, back and forth we go. 7:44 on the game.
Just win by 1, right?
Yep.
47-46. You got a nice crowd. Let's thrill them. We've had some big crowds and not come out of here with a victory. We need to make these people happy before they head home. Renta on the wing, getting by Darius, slings it to the corner all the way around to Casper, and he missed it. Rebound, Stevens Point, Darius Bolden. Boy, on ahead it'll come to Carter, and there you go again, that long diagonal pass you can't make in college basketball.
No, Carter, that's 4 bad passes tonight.
It may look open, but this is not high school. Off it'll go to Renta on top. Darius on the defense. I mean, yeah, well, never mind, Scott. It'll go right side. Am I a homer, John?
Well,
Pick and roll. They get it back on top. Casper, one on the shot clock. He did not get it off. Well, there's some defense for you.
those are things that Carter's just going to learn when he
Well,
looks
he's
at
got to
film.
learn them.
Yep, you cannot make that pass.
6:44 to go. We love Carter, but that pass does not work in college basketball.
Especially through the air, Scotty. If you're going to make that diagonal pass, it's got to come off the floor so it's going underneath those arms.
You know, if you're in a breakout situation, but you're already in your half court, that means there are 5 players and 10 arms to catch a pass when you're throwing it from one corner to the other.
Yep.
And it does not work.
Nope.
47-46. It's like I'm a teacher, and he can't hear me, nor would he listen to me anyway, John.
Well, and you know what? He knows that as well as we do. He does. He just saw something out of his eyes peripherally and thought he can make a pass to an open teammate on that backside. And it just wasn't going to get through with that kind of a pass.
All right, 47-46. Stevens Point with the lead. On your Final Score Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard, watch your favorite teams enjoy the daily food and drink specials. Final score, second to Maria Stevens Point. 47-46, 6:44 to go.
Opportunities, right?
Yeah.
We haven't taken advantage of all of ours. And I'm sure Eau Claire feels the same.
I would think. Bolden, Myron, Butler, Crone, Abdul Wahid on the floor for Point.
Boy, and we're down to 6:44.
Yep. Right now, a 1-point lead.
Yeah, Eau Claire still has only taken 4 team fouls, so they still have 2 to give.
And the Pointers will bring it up. Let's see if they can find some offense here. Myron across the way to Butler. Guarded by Casper into the corner. Darius runs in deep, gives it back to a cutting Malik off the glass, scores it. Nice play.
Great look by Darius Boulding. Senior to senior right there.
49-46, trying to get this crowd on its feet. Pushka starts left, hands it off there, over to the right side from Lightson. We've got a whistle inside
It's
again.
going to be on Cal Crone, I think, his 4th. That was just a cut across the baseline. Cal was trailing, and now that's going to put him on. What a strange call.
That'll bring Logan in, and again, now you go small because we don't have a backup.
I don't know if
big.
I don't know if he reached out. I'm speaking of Cal and grabbed him. It was just a cut from one side of
Front
the
end
floor
of a
to the other.
1-and-1. Hushka makes good. He is now 5 of 5 from the line.
Fine shooter.
Pointer's still up 2. 1 more to go. If he misses, you have to rebound. 6:16 to go. He did not miss.
Tell you,
in fact, it wasn't close.
Free throws are going to be a big factor in this game.
We have not shot a free throw in the second half, and they have shot 8.
Yeah, and we've only shot 3 all game.
Butler and throws it away in the right corner.
You know, you get up 3 and they come right back, and then we kind of help them.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, some of it your own fault. Vista Royale Campground on Isherwood Road in Bancroft, making memories one campsite at a time. Pushka at the arc gives it off out on top to Hall. They'll work it back to Casper. Renta in the corner, trying to go baseline. Got it to a cutter down the lane, and Lightson will get the layup they lead.
I tell you what, Renter triggers so much of their offense.
That's what a point guard's supposed to do, right? Darius up on top. Over, it'll go to Myron. You're down 1 now. Logan into the lane, down the lane. Almost had it stolen. Lost it on the floor. Gets a second dribble. Goes up. Block ball on Pushka, which would be his 4th.
He didn't like the call.
No, he didn't.
And now he has 4, so both post players have 4.
5th on the Blue Golds. Logan needs to make free throws here.
Well,
he'll get 2.
Yeah, you're fortunate that their 5th foul is a shooting foul. Let's hope 6, 7, and 8 are too.
Yeah. Baumgartner's first. Good. Logan with 9 points in the game.
And guess what? We're tied again.
Maloney back in. How many times has the lead changed? 12. This might be like 13 already in this game. Logan second to give his team the lead. Got it. 51-50 pointers, 5:26 to go. Eau Claire has won 9 of the last 10 meetings between the teams. Renta gets down the left of the lane, kicks it out. Maloney inside, and they left him, and he steps to the basket and scores.
We had done a switch, and everybody was looking for Renta, and both defenders went out to, oh boy.
Yeah. You gave up an uncontested layup, is what you did.
You left the guy unguarded in front of the rim.
Darius, you're down 1. Off to Butler, into the left corner to Malik. They're going to clear out, let him go to work. Gets in deep against Renta, goes up, overlaid, rebound, Eau Claire. Now, there's no contact on that shot. I don't get it. Into the front court comes Renta. Works off the dribble, kicks it out on the wing, into the corner. Eau Claire up by 1. Kick out, wide open, Leach. Lightson with a triple. They're up 4 all of a sudden. Not the time to have mistakes.
Empty
Pointers
possession.
need a timeout.
Empty possessions on your offensive end.
4:20 to go in the game. Timeout. Stevens Point will take the 1 minute. Coming right back. Pointer men's basketball, WPCN. .20 to go in the ball game, so obviously a lot of time left. But you find yourself down by 4 at the moment.
And a big possession this is, Scotty. You don't want Eau Claire to start to get away from you. You were tied at 50, and they've outscored you 5-1. You mentioned it before. We've had 10 ties and 15 lead changes. Back and forth we go.
Pretty exciting game, huh? Myron into Bolden. Gives it up to Malik. Looked at a cutter. They didn't whistle a foul there.
There's a hole.
Point wanted one.
Sure
It'll go to Butler on top. Off the screen. Into the lane against Maloney. Kicks it out. Malik runs baseline. Back to Butler. Over to Darius. He'll get deep in the lane. Pulls up. Back to Butler. Fakes the 3. Steps around. Darius. 3 in the air. Got it! His last basket of the game.
What a great time for that.
And that's great ball movement there. That ball just winging around till you find an opening. Renta off the screen to the top of the circle. Outside, it'll go to Casper into the corner. Maloney, who has had some big points here in this one. Back to Renta, 12 on the shot clock, trying to drive his way in. Kicks it out for Casper. And air ball picked up by Myron.
Yeah, he hasn't hurt us too bad so far tonight. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Darius comes over to Crone. Yeah, we know what happens when you start talking.
Yep.
It'll go to Josiah. Back to Cal. Off the handoff. Josiah down to the baseline. Casper, Josiah inside. Scores with a foul. And why do they wait so long to whistle that foul?
But, you know, he had 2 hands on the body when the ball was on the baseline. I thought that was like an automatic foul, right? 2 hands on the body.
I guess we're happy that he waited so long.
They didn't call it, and it worked out to our favor. But
that's the first on Casper, by the way. And now 6 team fouls on Eau Claire, so everybody shoots from now on.
Up 3:10 to go.
Final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard showing the Pointers with a 56-55 lead. You can score amazing food and drinks at Stevens Point's Perennial Sports Bar and Grill. Final score, second to Maria Stevens Point.
2 timeouts for our Pointers, 3 still for Eau Claire, and the possession arrow is pointed at Eau Claire.
That's always a thing. I'm glad you pointed that out because it's a huge part of the game, especially when you get down to the end, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Do you take a timeout, or you've got the possession arrow, all those kind of crazy things. Point has 2 timeouts remaining. Eau Claire has 3 according to the scoreboard, which we talked about. Don't trust that, but I think that's right.
Eau Claire will be shooting 2 foul shots with every Stevens Point foul, and Stevens Point now is into the bonus. Eau Claire at 6. Their next foul, of course, is 7.
Butler will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Pointers up 56-55. Josiah, sophomore out of Fox Valley Lutheran High School, and he's got it.
Fine shooter.
Yep. At 57-55 Pointers. Pointers' biggest lead in this game was 4. Renta heads left, gets all the way to the basket for a layup.
Oh boy.
Wow.
He's just so slick. And Darius is having a hard time staying in front of him, Scotty.
And that tells you something because Darius can fly. It'll go right side Darius, handoff. They almost miscommunicated there. Into the hands of Butler. Across the way, it'll go to Myron. Seth back out to Butler. Shot clock 13, handoff Josiah. Kicks it out, Malik. Looking for something to develop. Takes it on the floor. In deep. Turnaround jumper. That's way off.
Everything.
That's some bad possession by Stevens Point.
Back off of Renta another step if you need to. You just cannot let him get around you.
57 apiece. And he's going to try it. Throws it at the hoop. Comes up short. Rebound Stevens Point. He thought he was going to get a whistle on that one.
He was trying to draw a foul.
And Point wants another timeout, which will leave them with 1 left for this game. We're going to stay here with 2:07 to go. The Pointer women are down 8, down 6 now with about 4:10 to go in their game.
Well,
trying a furious rally here.
They've got time. 2:07.
2:07 to go. Tricor Insurance. Tricor Cares, dedicated to helping our clients, employees, and communities succeed. Offices statewide, including Stevens Point, Marshfield, and Wisconsin Rapids. Pointer men's hockey tonight, trying to gain the conference championship with a win at Superior. Good luck to our Pointer hockey team.
Scotty, thinking about Renta on the defensive end, again, I'd be inclined to step back and say, you know what, I'd rather you beat me from behind the three-point line than going by me, because when he goes by you, not only is he a scoring threat, but what we have seen is he becomes such a good passer and makes opportunities around the basket for guys, because when our help comes, he more times than not finds the open guy. So if you have to back off to keep him in front of you, I almost think that's the better option.
Inbound, it'll come to Butler against Renta. 19 on the shot clock. Darius up top, gives it off here. Butler off the screen by Crone. Step back, Josiah, 3. Got it! Josiah Butler. 3-point Pointer lead. 60-57. Renta just across the timeline, tipped out of bounds by Bolden. 1:42 to go on the ball game.
And timeout Eau Claire.
Yeah, the Blue Golds will take this time. Let's take a time as well. A 30-second break. We'll come right back. Pointers up 3. Pointer men's basketball on WPCN.
Once you realize
seconds remain. Stevens Point with a 3-point advantage right now. Eau Claire with the basketball. Lightson inbounds it to Hushka. Back on the floor with his 4 personals. Hushka hands it back. Right sideline, Lightson. Myron defense into the post. Malik almost with a steal. And Malik with a foul out in the corner with almost no contact. But it's going to be on Abdul Wahid. That's his first.
Say he reached up and hit him in the face.
Yeah, I think he maybe did.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but then Hushka came out of there kind of like holding his nose like he got banged up.
Unfortunately, you give him a chance with the clock stopped to get 2 points closer.
Yeah, and a great free throw, and he makes good on the first.
He is a perfect 7 out of 7, Scotty.
That he is. Pointers up by 2. And maybe 1 after this one. It's in the air. It's in the bottom of the basket.
Yep, he's an all-conference player, no doubt, and he's showing why in the second half.
60-59. Pointers only have 1 timeout left. Use it if you have to, but Butler goes to Crone, back to Josiah. Left side, it'll go to Myron. Out on top to Darius. Who's going to get the shot here? Butler, one would think, but Butler down to the baseline, pushed by Casper. Outside, Bolden. 15-footer. That's not going to go. Tipped up. Loose ball. Hushka rebound.
Well, 1:03 to go. Do not foul.
Rental will bring it up. Pointers are up by 1. 56 seconds to go. Rental over the top. Gets all the way to the basket. And a foul again. Now, I'm sorry, but you get a push down on this end. You get a contact there. Darius gets the foul. I don't like the inequality.
Yeah, we just can't stop him from getting around our defender.
He'll go to the line for 2 to try to give his team a lead.
He hasn't been perfect there today,
no, but he's been good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
4 of 6.
It's a 2-shot foul, of course, and he makes good on the first. It's tied.
All their
points
coming from the foul line.
Well, that's a fact.
Our inability not, to not foul.
Or at least not get it called, and it's off the mark. Well, so we're even. Stevens Point, and a bad pass stolen by Renta. He'll get an uncontested layup. What was that?
Josiah just didn't see him.
Up it will come. Now you're down 2, and Point will take its final timeout.
Wow. What? Boy, we've had a couple of those today where we just laid it out to people. Josiah, I don't know if he had his head down or what, but he was going to pass it to Malik on the wing, and Renter was standing there. And it's like, thank you for the gift.
And that's a little bit my opinion now, John, of not having a true point guard, because a point guard wouldn't have made that pass when you're basically just to the half court. You would set up your offense instead of trying to throw a wing pass there. Get into it, get something started. That was a long pass to make at a very important time of the game. Too much air.
You know what? It was one of those passes that you make how many times in a game it's your first pass, and it's usually just there and you just open, and Renta was just standing in front of Malik, and it's like
he made the right play, but again, at a critical time, you don't make passes of 20 feet, in my opinion.
You've got to be sure. Right. You just got to be sure of yourself. And just a horrible time for that mistake.
38.7 seconds. Now you are down by 2. And even if you score, they're going to get another possession.
You're led 60-57.
Yep. Auto Select, quality, dependable auto repair and service performed by qualified technicians you can trust.
When Eau Claire took the timeout, they've outscored you now 5-0.
Got to have a belief. Here's Logan Bumgartner to inbound. He does to Cal Crone, who barely held onto it. Into the hands of Darius, over to Butler. Butler, right side, 3 for Logan. Short. Came up way short. I think he was fouled. He's looking around. I thought they ran into him. And a foul on Darius.
Well, and
they get 2 at the other end.
And we wanted to take the foul there, Scotty. But I don't know that we needed it at quite that quick, because we didn't recognize who had the ball in his hands. Yeah. The guy that hasn't missed a free throw.
Pushka will get 2 because that Pointers are over the 10 limit.
You might have wanted him to pass out and then foul, because 28-8 is still plenty. He had passed out. It might have been, 25 seconds on the clock? So
I honestly thought Hall coming out got into Logan on the shot.
After the shot, the shot missed everything.
I think the Pointers were hoping to get a 2-for-1.
Yep.
But they rushed the shot and came up empty, and now could be down by 4. They are down by 3.
He can put this into a
bad spot.
2-possession game.
Yep.
And I tell you, the foul line has killed us. 13 of 16, and we have made 4 of 6.
Free throw, good.
They have made 11 more foul shots than the Pointers.
All right, 64-60. Butler front court. Handoff Malik. Got to score in a relative hurry. Back to Josiah. Lifts the 3. Doesn't go. Rebounding foul where?
Going to be on Logan Baumgartner.
Yep.
Well, it's getting away here, Sky. You're going to need help at this point. Foul line is just killing us. 15 of 18. And the Pointers just 4 of 6. They've shot 12 more free throws than we have. Ouch.
It'll be Cade Hall at the line. This is a 2-shot foul.
Well, this was anybody's game when we made the bad pass.
And the first is good.
That was just a deflator, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And for no reason.
I don't know who
no
was,
reason for that pass.
I don't know who was most surprised on that play. Maybe Rent. Like, whoa, he just threw me the ball, right?
Free throw missed. It's a 5-point game, 16 seconds. Got to score quickly. Butler trying to go baseline. Got inside, missed the layup, but a foul. He'll get 2.
Well, still
with
got hope here.
10.8. You do have a little bit of hope.
You hit 2, you're down a possession. Get a steal
with the foul.
Get a steal on the inbounds. And they're going to call timeout.
Yeah.
Yep, good timeout by Eau Claire.
For sure.
Yeah, he wants his guys to completely know the circumstance here.
Well, 65-60. You can make it a 65-62 game at the free throw line. And then we see what happens, right?
You're going to need a steal. Obviously, if you don't get that steal, then you take a foul quickly, and then you hope above hope that they miss 2. But I can tell you that they're going to have the ball in the hands of Huska or Renta because of their ability to shoot free throws this game.
Well, I hate to say it this way. You've kind of put the clamps on Casper, and they're finding other ways to beat you. So
Huska 10 of 10 from the foul line, Scotty. Yeah. They're all-conference player, showing you why. He's got a double-double now. What does he have?
It's been a great game.
Yeah, it has. He's got 12 rebounds.
Josiah's first free throw is good.
Boy, oh boy, if you could just have those 2 back, right?
Well,
holy moly.
Strange things happened on Wednesday. Can they happen again here?
Well, we're going to need a steal.
Tyshawn Teague Johnson's going to come in after Josiah makes the free throw, which he did.
All right.
So he will come in for Seth Myron. Well, maybe just a little bit better three-point shooter right now.
I think they're going to try to get Huska the ball on its inbound, you would think.
65-62, 10.8 seconds to go. Hall, the inbounder, can run the baseline, gets it on the floor to Renta, fouled by Carter Combs.
Yeah.
All right. That took 7 seconds, 7/10, pardon me.
7/10 of a second. Renta's got to help us here. Let's face it, he's got to miss 2.
Yep. We'll see. It's been a great game and frustrating at the same time.
Yeah, it's one
you're But it's a great game for a fan.
It's one you're going to feel you let get away. But you know what? Give credit to Eau Claire. They took it away.
His first not good, so you still have hope.
Tell you what.
Myron in for Tyshawn. Well, if he should miss, you have to get the rebound, and then somebody has to hit a triple for you.
And then if he misses this, will Eau Claire foul you so you can't shoot a 3?
Possibly. He made it.
Got it. That's a big shot.
Good point. 10.4, you're down 4. Got to really hustle. Here comes Butler. He'll launch the 3. That's off the mark. Long rebound, and this game is going to end. Eau Claire will win it again. Your final Blue Gold 66, our Pointers 62. Disappointment, sure, but a great effort by both teams here tonight, and they have now won 10 of the last 11 meetings. Your final, Eau Claire 66, Pointers 62. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPC.